from the cafe at the Guildhall. Pop in, say hello. It'd be lovely to see you this afternoon here on BBC Radio Lancashire. Now then, my next guest of the afternoon is Sophie Ward from Garstang, and Sophie on a mission at the moment, I think, to alert everybody to Lyme disease. Just tell us what Lyme disease is.
So Lyme disease is a tick-borne illness that's obviously carried through ticks. Only 50% get a bullseye rash, which is why it's so hard to diagnose, because the symptoms are migraines, sort of joint pain, headaches, and these mimic other illnesses, so that's why people go undiagnosed, and that's why we sort of need to educate people and make them aware so they can sort of go to the doctors and they know what they're looking for.
Now, you, I think, picked up a tick, is that right? 2004?
Yeah, 2008 at the Beijing Olympics, I went out to sort of support my friends because I used to swim a lot. So I'd gone up to soak the atmosphere ready for the London 2012 because that was my dream. That's what I was on. And then obviously I went sort of for a sightseeing round because we thought, right, while we're there, went to see the pandas, got a tick bite, but at the time I just came out with a fever, no like rash or anything like that. Got treated for the fever thinking it was just the food out there, and then it was sort of like 4 years later I came home, started with water infections, sore throats, migraines, food intolerances, and it just snowballed from there.
And I think finally last year you were diagnosed.
Yes, last March, so it took almost 9 years.
When you found out and finally get the diagnosis, were you relieved at that?
At the time, I just broke down because for so long I'd felt so unwell, and all the doctors were like, "You're crazy. It's just migraines. Get a grip." And I knew deep down I wasn't feeling very well, and I was like falling apart. But I was like relieved because I finally got a diagnosis. But when I sort of started talking to my consultant about it, and he was going on about it attacking my heart, my organs, it was like, oh gosh, this is serious.
So what medication can you take then, if any?
I'm on the herbal treatments now because my body's too weak for antibiotics. A lot of people do have IV antibiotics for long term, months at a time, but it's expensive and relapse rates are 40%. So I just try and use immune system boosters to try and keep my body fighting as long as it can, and try and keep my organs healthy without affecting it with too many sort of Western sort of pharmaceutical things, really.
And of course we've had a glorious summer here this year, and a lot of people will be going through long grass in the shorts, taking the dogs for a walk. This is where it's dangerous, isn't
exactly.
it?
And we promote we've got lovely countryside, and we promote walking and everything like that, and that's why people just need to sort of protect themselves and just wear repellent and body check, simple things like that. Coloured clothing where you can spot the black ticks. It's all simple little things that people can adapt into their everyday lives that could really protect them.
Have you become involved now with the Lyme disease awareness campaign?
Yeah, so I'm part of the admin team of Lyme Disease UK, and I am actually up for Campaigner of the Year at the European Diversity Awards in November, just for all the campaigning that we've done, because we literally, we've been on BBC, we've been with yourselves, we've been on Sky, just really getting the message out there, and Matt Dawson's been doing his bit, because obviously he was affected and had 2 heart operations, and John Caldwell, the Phones for You co-founder, he's been doing a lot of campaigning as well, which is great for us because of course it just helps raise awareness, and like I say, it's simple things that people can be doing that just protects them.
Well, lovely to chat to you, Sophie. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We'll head to the news at 2. This is Annie Lennox.